Hey friends, I'm Golden Boy Kuhleen, and today we're gonna open and build the MiniVerse Easter series, or as they call it, the Spring Series. But let's face it, this has Easter written all over it. As all of you know, lately I'm trying to make these MiniVerse items a little bit different from what they show us, so let's see what we can come up with for this series. By the way, this series comes with 4 items to collect in total, and you can tell what's inside by looking at the wrapper. Here's the collector's guide with all the recipes in the series. We got carrot cupcakes, honey glazed ham, egg basket, and the Wonka bars, which are very rare and hard to find. But spoiler alert, I got those, and we're gonna build them later on. Here's a tray with 6 carrot cupcakes. I'm actually surprised. This is a pretty big tub of cream cheese frosting. Usually we don't get this much resin, but I'm really glad that they put a lot more. We can definitely use any leftovers for future recipes. These are some Easter themed decorations, which are very cute, by the way. We got some spring themed sprinkles, very nice, bright and happy kind of colors. Then we have a cute bunny knob for our cloche that goes over here like so, a pair of purple tweezers, and a spatula so we can spread that frosting on them cupcakes. Just wanted to pull one out so you can see it up close before we cover it in resin. And also I wanted to check the liner to see what color it is so that I know how to, combine it with whatever we put on top so that it looks really good, because we're gonna actually leave them in here and add the frosting here on top. I think it's gonna be a lot easier to work with like this. So let's get everything open and ready. For some reason, I thought that the resin is pink, like a very light pink, but this is actually white. I know, it says cream cheese frosting, but if they would have added a little bit of coloring, not all cream cheese frosting is white. Okay, I already dropped a few. I'll pick them up in a bit. Since we have 6 cupcakes, I was thinking we can divide them into 3. So we're gonna have 2 with their frosting and their decorations, or maybe something else. It doesn't matter. We'll figure it out. The other 2 will probably be with this berry frosting, which is kind of pinkish. And then for the last 2, I'm going to use some ketchup. And I think this was like tomato soup or something like that. Actually, I think I'm gonna pull some of these out and we're just gonna work on 2 at a time, because if I use sprinkles, I don't want them to fall on something else and, mess everything up. So we're gonna pull these out and then we're gonna just leave the 2 on these opposite corners so that if we pour sprinkles here, they don't touch this other one. So first things first, I'm gonna mix this resin a little bit. Yes, we're gonna use their white resin for these first 2, but I'm going to make them differently. See, that's kind of an issue because it doesn't stay put in there. It just wants to come out with the resin. But I think we got it. We're gonna make sure it's nice and perfect in a little bit. We just need a little bit more resin. All right, I think that looks pretty good. I really want to be able to see a little bit of the cupcake too. I don't want to cover the whole thing in frosting. So it seems like we got 2 types of bunny ears in here. So we're gonna use one on one of the cupcakes. And then this one will go here a little bit more to the edge, something like that. I kind of want to get this resin a little bit more even, and you'll understand in a little bit why. And then I'm going to use these herbs I got from a different set. But just imagine these are sprinkles, because that's what we're going to do. We're just going to sprinkle these on top of this one. I know, it's a little bit messy, but trust the process. It's going to turn out good once we finish. We just need to make sure that we cover every bit of resin in sprinkles. And then for the other one, I need 2 of these blueberries. And we're gonna put them right here, so they're gonna be kind of like the eyes of the bunny. I gotta admit that's looking a little bit creepy, but let's see if we can fix that. Maybe if we add a little piece of carrot so that it looks as if it has a carrot in its mouth. I don't know, let's see. Maybe I can hold it in such a way that it does go into its mouth. So I'm gonna have to cure the resin while I do this. Alright, so the resin is all cured and I cleaned up the excess of sprinkles. Here's the one with the green sprinkles. And then this is my attempt on creating a bunny cupcake using only MiniVerse items. And yeah, I don't know. It's good, but it's a little bit weird. I'm just gonna leave it at that. Let's remove them now and move on to the next 2 cupcakes. Maybe we can do an even better job with those. And for these, we're gonna use the red resin, although I don't know how red this is. It's more translucent, so imagine it's some kind of, I don't know, strawberry preserve or something like that. I don't think the ketchup is more opaque, but let's open this one and see. Oh, it actually is more opaque. Okay, cool. We're gonna use the ketchup. Maybe I can get away with just squeezing a little dollop on top. Yeah, that worked beautifully. I think it is a little bit more runny, so we're gonna have to hurry. That is perfect. I'm so glad I tried that. It's such a good method to just get it out evenly and all in one swoop. So for one of them, I want to use some whipped cream, the kind that has a cherry on top. And we're going to place it right here in the middle. Okay. And I think this other one, I'm just going to do sprinkles only, you know, the ones that they gave us. But first I want to spread this resin a little bit to the edges. And by the way, if you're wondering, the one with the whipped cream will also get sprinkles. Just that this one will just be simple with sprinkles. Or should we add a carrot here? Yeah, let's add a carrot in the middle. We're gonna put one right over there. Perfect. Now we're gonna sprinkle some of these all over them. Or should I leave them like this? I don't know, they kind of look good like this, right? They're simple, but they look good. Decisions. Let's just do a little bit of sprinkles on this one and see how they look. Kind of like that. Oh man, we got a sprinkle on this one too. We can remove it. And I don't particularly like how these ones are hanging down here, so we're gonna move them up a little bit. Okay, I think that looks great. Let's cure the resin. And here they are. They don't look much different from before we cured the resin, but yeah. So let's take them out, put them over here, and move on to the last set of cupcakes. We're gonna use our berry frosting. Look at that, it's a nice pink. Let's slather it on and see how it looks. Okay, so far so good. Maybe let's take a little bit off of this one. Much better. Maybe a little bit from this one too. I know. I should have added less because you can always add more. What are you gonna do? So I want to do another one with whipped cream and sprinkles, but this time we're going to use this other type of whipped cream, which I think looks absolutely amazing. I mean, look, this whipped cream is absolutely perfect. So we can use this and then some sprinkles maybe, or should we use the green? Yeah, let's use the green one. This and then some green sprinkles throughout. And then, honestly, I'm not 100% sure what to do with this other one. I have some pineapple pieces, so maybe we can do like bunny ears and then just add like a carrot or something. Let's see. That is pretty cool, I think. Well, let's add a little carrot over here. I don't know, it looks a little bit empty, but I really don't know what else to do with it. Let me know in the comments if you had any suggestions that I could have done to make this one look a little better. But in the meantime, let's use some of those herbs, aka sprinkles, to decorate this other one. Alright, now some artificial sun rays to set it all in place. And here they are. And I gotta say, this one looks pretty cool. I wasn't thinking it would, but now it's kind of grown on me. And then this one, honestly, if you didn't know that there's, you know, more here, you would think it's a donut. It looks exactly like a donut. It's like a St. Patrick's themed donut. So let's put them out here for now. And then I just realized I didn't open this one, which I'm guessing contains the little stand. Yep, we got a pink cupcake stand. And this one is loose. I don't know if it's on purpose or not. Let me try and get it back in. Oh, it's actually bent. Come on. Is it the other way around? No, definitely not. Okay, this is kind of frustrating and sad because we worked so hard on our cupcakes and now we don't have a proper stand to put them on. Well, I think I kind of fixed it. It's a little bit crooked, but what are you gonna do? Okay, let's put it right here and get all our cupcakes on the stand. And here they are in all their glory. This is the Golden Boy spin on the MiniVerse cupcakes from the Easter series. Let me know in the comments what do you think and which one is your favorite. In the meantime, if you'll excuse me, I have a lot of sprinkles to clean before we move on to the next one. So the next one we're gonna make is the Easter basket, and to be honest with you, I'm really not sure how to make this one different or unique. It's just, I don't know. If you guys have any idea, I have another one of these and I can make a short out of it. Just let me know in the comments, what do you think I could do differently and, you know, make it look cool. And there's no resin involved, but there's something unique about this one. But either way, this recipe, I guess, comes with a cute little bowl, some green packing stuff, which is kind of like grass. My favorite, a chocolate bunny, a pink ribbon, and a bag, a carton with 6 eggs. Here's the basket. Then we got the knob, the tweezers, and then this little thing here is for the eggs, so we can decorate them. So an egg would go in here and then kind of dip it into water. So let's start making this real quick. So I just added some water to this little bowl, and then you're supposed to grab an egg, put it in this little, I don't know what you call this, egg dipper, egg holder, and then you're supposed to like dip it in there. Technically, I don't know if you can see on camera very well, but there's this white thing coming off of it. It's basically a thing that resembles you dyeing the eggs, you know, but the eggs are covered in something that's kind of like chalky. Maybe it is chalk or something. And then as soon as you put it in water, it just dissolves off, and then you get this nice, beautiful egg that has been already decorated, but it, you know, it was hidden underneath all that layer of white stuff. See, the egg looks something like this. Let me wipe it down real quick and I can show you. And this is how it looks. I think it's pretty cool. It's a very, very good idea. But of course, I'm not gonna sit here and change the water for this every time. Instead, I'm gonna go grab a bigger container, fill it with water, dump all of them in there, pull them out, and so on. But first, I just wanted to show you the principle and kind of like everything they included for you to do this by yourself with, you know, whatever's in the kit. And also I wanted to just give them praise for this because I think it's a absolutely genius idea. Also, here's a quick tip. Use warm water because it's gonna get this off a lot quicker. This little plastic cup of water on top of this thing makes me a little bit nervous. And I'm sure it makes some of you guys nervous, but we're gonna be extra careful, okay? See how it's already starting to come off? Crazy, right? Really, really good idea. It's like, yeah, never seen anything like this. I'm gonna use a toothpick to kind of like mix them in and get all that stuff off. It shouldn't take long because the water is really, really warm. It's also a lot of it, so it's not gonna get saturated and all that chalk or whatever it is on it. As you can see here on the side, see the eggs? So it already came off. So let's pull them out and I'm gonna show you each design. Wait, was that a golden egg? Look at this, the golden boy got a golden egg. Well, I love this set even more now. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. So there should be 2 more in here. I know, I could just dump off the water, but this is more fun. Hunting for eggs in murky white water. So the first egg was a baby blue with polka dots. Right there. Here's the second one, pink with white stripes. This is a more pronounced pink with kind of like zigzag lines, I guess. Same design as the previous one. The color is different though, it's green. Another baby blue, this time with white stripes. And then of course my favorite, the golden egg. I don't know what you guys think, but MiniVerse, bravo. This is absolutely amazing. Now let's get everything else ready and put this basket together. This goes over here. So this goes in the basket, but we're obviously not going to use all of it. So we're going to take some for now and just lay it in there. Maybe we can make our lives easier by just trimming these instead of trying to push them down. Okay, that looks pretty good. We can trim some more later, depending on how we can fit everything else inside. Clean our table. Now let's get this chocolate bunny out. I already kind of broke the box, but I think this is how it should open. Kind of like that. Oh, this is a chunky bunny. Or is it just me? It looks pretty delicious though. Better put it in the basket before I eat it. I love myself some chocolate. Every time, all day, every day. So kind of like that. I want to pull some of this green here. Now we're going to add some of the eggs. And of course the gold one goes in no matter what. So maybe over here. Maybe let's do a blue one. The blue one will go next to the bunny. There's no way we can put all of them, so I'm gonna put this pink one next. And probably that's it, because if we overcrowd it, it's really not gonna look great. In my opinion, this looks perfect just the way it is. So we're not gonna add the rest of the eggs. Maybe we can use them for something else in a different project. So let's close them like this, put them to the side. And now for the hard part. And believe me, I have a feeling this is going to be very difficult. It's already difficult because I don't know how to remove this whole thing. We're gonna put a ribbon there for now. I think this is gonna be a very tight fit. I'm gonna do my best. And I need to push this there because I really can't let it tip over, otherwise everything will fall out of the basket. I already see like a strand of that grass that just got off. There we go. Let's remove that piece from there. I need one of those thingies to hold this in place while I tie it, so I'll be right back. All right, this is what I needed. We can put it right there. I'm not very good at doing these kind of things, so I'm gonna try my best here. Yeah, I really don't like the way this looks. I think we can make this a little shorter, make this one a little shorter, kind of like that, and maybe we can trim these two. Yeah, that's better. In the meantime, I was so focused on this that the eggs kind of moved around a little bit. I mean, it still doesn't look bad, it looks good, but yeah, I don't even know if I can get in there, maybe with a toothpick. It's like I'm doing surgery here. I think that worked out. They look a little bit better. But yeah, this is it. I don't know what else I can say about it. It's a pretty cool concept. It looks pretty good and it obviously goes with the theme. Maybe I should have used a little bit of resin to keep certain things in place while I'm working with it. Maybe that would have made my life a little bit easier and it probably would have looked even better than this. On camera, you can see a lot of reflections, but with my, with my naked eye, I can see a lot better here. And it looks pretty good. Let me know in the comments what you think about it. In the meantime, I'm just gonna clean my set and we're gonna move on to the next one. Up next is the glazed ham, and boy, do I have a plan for this one. First thing we got is a serving dish, but we're not gonna use this one. Here's a jar of cherries. Here's our pineapple slices. Of course, our beautiful looking ham. This is the glaze for the ham. Here's a jar of spice rub. And as usual, the little knob, tweezers, you won't need those. And then this is a rubber, it's probably a silicone brush for the glaze. I mean, for the ham, but you use the glaze for, you know what I mean. So I already made this recipe in a short and I think it turned out pretty good. It looks exactly how they showed you to make it in the collector's guide. Now, obviously, we're not gonna do that right now. We're gonna make something different. And I have an interesting plan. I don't know if it's gonna work, but we're gonna try it. First thing we need is a different type of dish. I'm gonna use this one. And we're gonna unpack our ham. And I'm just gonna need these two slices that for some reason are not coming off. There we go, one slice and two slices. We can put this here for now. We might use it for something, but right now we just need these two slices. And first thing I want to do is get some of this glaze out. Jesus, they really tied this one up. I mean, not tied up, but you know. There we go. Okay, that should be enough for now. I'm gonna use this brush to glaze the top of the ham slices because we need to add some spices there. And I just think this brush will work better than the one they gave us. All right, that's good enough. Time for the spices. And then the good old UV light. And then we're gonna follow the exact same process for the other slice. So now what I want to do is position these slices over here on the plate in exactly, the position I want them to be in. Something like this, and I'm gonna use just the tiniest amount of resin to stick them to the plate for now. Now I'm gonna grab one of these nozzle tips and put it on top of the glaze because I want a nice line of glaze going down on this ham, you know? So let's see how that will work. Just want to make this a little bit wider, something like this, and then maybe a little bit more in that corner. So far so good. Now we're gonna make some mashed potatoes, and for that we're gonna use some of this cheese resin because it's a yellowish but not too yellow, you know. We're gonna also mix some other stuff in it, so pour some of this out in one of these little cups. I don't know why I'm doing this the hard way. I just remembered I have something else that will work a lot better. So I got this silicone spatula / spoon. One end is like a spoon like this. Let me drop that resin and I'm going to show you the other part. See, the other part is like a spatula, and I think this will work perfect to get all the resin out. Let's see, was it a good investment? Yep, look at all that resin. Problem is there was just not enough in there, so I'm going to go grab another one. There we go, now we're talking. These are going to be some cheesy mashed potatoes, I guess. Now I want to add a little bit of this white vanilla because the potatoes are too yellowy like that. Plus this vanilla frosting is thick, so we need that thickness. We need them to be a little bit more sturdy, so to speak. So let's mix it all up. All right, maybe a little bit more white. That's a lot better. I like that color. And then to this, I was thinking for texture, we can add some white marshmallows. Oh, well, that was almost a disaster. This is just so it gives us that consistency of mashed potatoes, you know? I don't know how good it will work, but we'll see. Yeah, maybe not that great, but right now we're gonna work with what we have. Well, I guess it looks kind of good. Okay, so now that our mashed potatoes are done, it's time to plate. We're gonna put them right here to the side for now. And I was thinking of using some of these chives to garnish the mashed potatoes. All right, this is perfect. Let's set it all in place. Okay, so now we need one more thing to complete this dish. I'm gonna try something interesting here. We're gonna grab another one of these plastic cups and we're gonna grab our pumpkin pie filling. Now, don't think of it as pumpkin pie filling. Just think of it as, I don't know, like a glaze with spices. This might work, or this might be a disaster, but I think it will work. So we don't need too much. Kind of like that should be good. And we just smidge it in there. Maybe a little bit more. And to that, we're going to add some mushrooms and bell peppers. We're just gonna mix them up a little bit over there. And that yummy, spicy goodness. I really like that the pie filling is actually really thick. We need that because we don't want this to spread around to the other parts of the dish. All we need to do is kind of like gather everything in one spot, like a clump of vegetables, something like that. And then we're gonna pick it up with the spoon. What do you guys think? In my opinion, it looks kind of yummy. So now we need to be really careful. Okay, I'm happy with the way that looks. Let me hit it with the UV light real quick and I'm gonna show you the final result. All right, here's how it looks. I am really happy with the way it turned out. Initially, I was thinking of using some carrots instead of mushrooms and peppers, but I thought this would look a little bit better. Plus, the carrots are a little bit too long. Yeah, they would not have fitted nicely in the dish. So this is basically my spin on the glazed ham. Now, of course, what I wanted to do with this one is to put it on, maybe not this plate, maybe this yellow plate. And I'm not gonna glaze the ham and put, you know, the pineapple and cherries and all that. You already know how that looks, but imagine this is glazed like they show us in the picture, and then you have this dish next to it, right? And then of course, if you wanna be extra, you can add like a fork here and a little knife over here. All right, something like that. And just to give you a better understanding, we can bring the big plate with the hem I did in the short and put it right here next to it. Let me know in the comments, what do you guys think? I think it looks fabulous. It's one of those miniatures that I'm really proud of. Kind of like when I did the Valentine's Day and I did the roses. I really like that one. And I really like this one too. In the meantime, as usual, I'm going to clean the set, move this over there, and then we're gonna open the next one, the final one, which is the ultra rare Wonka chocolate. And we're gonna make some interesting chocolate bars with that one. Well, that was a little bit disappointing. MiniVerse is very generous with this one. We got 2 containers of resin, which is chocolate resin, my favorite. And I really like the design on this one as well. Here's our chocolate mold. This is great because we can use this so many times. We can do so many things with this one. Just like we had the mold for the chocolate hearts and the Valentine's series. I really hope that in the future we're gonna get to see more of these molds being introduced in every series. I gotta be really careful with these. I don't wanna rip everything because as you can see, we got cardboard here, a little piece of, I'm guessing this is, I don't know, we're gonna figure it out. This is a cardboard box. And then this is our wrapping for the chocolate bars. We got some aluminum foil in there and then the actual wrapping. This is gonna be so good, especially because it's my favorite type of thing, chocolate. I think we all know what's in here. The golden ticket. I'm telling you, it's like this particular item in this series was made for me. It's chocolate. There's a golden thing involved in it, the golden ticket. This has Golden Boy Kuhleen written all over it. Here we have some Oompa Loompa approved packing stuff. The little bunny nub thingy. And then this time we got a golden pair of tweezers. Before we do anything else, let's pull out this golden ticket. I'm really curious to see how it looks. Here it is, a golden ticket for me, the Golden Boy. It says, "Greetings to you, the lucky finder of this golden ticket from Mr. Willy Wonka." Let's put it back in its original packaging. We're gonna see if we can use it later with the chocolates we build, but I have a feeling this will not fit in the actual chocolate bar packaging, but we'll find out soon enough. So I want to make a few different kinds of chocolates. This is a little bit warped. So like I was saying, I want to make a few different types of chocolate, but right now I want to start with the original. So I just want to make 2 bars of the regular chocolate. I just want to see how they come out, you know, just to get an idea of what we're working with. And I'm going to use this little blue silicone mat so that you guys can see better what we're doing here. We're going to get our resin open, add our nozzle tip, and here we go, I guess. I think that should be enough for now. I want to let it run its course, you know. I want it to even out so that we get a nice even piece of chocolate. I hope there's no bubbles underneath, but we can check in a little bit. Actually, I'm gonna check now. Nope, no bubbles. Looks fine. Let's fill up this other one too. All right, this is a lot easier if I do it with both ends. Okay, that's good for now. We'll see if we need a little bit more. I don't want to overfill it because I really don't want to have to sand it down or anything. This way everything is nice and even, and I think we can go ahead and do the UV light thingy. I was thinking something, maybe I should lift it up and do it from behind first in case there are any bubbles. They will kind of like lift to the surface from the heat. Okay, so I'm gonna use this clear lid that I found. Unfortunately, this will not be on camera where I'm, you know, curing it with the UV light because I need to lift it high, but I'll be back in a second. All right, here it is, all done and cured. I guess moment of truth. Oh, that is so satisfying. No way. That is perfect. This is so cool, you guys. Look at that, perfect piece of chocolate. I was actually worried there's gonna be at least a couple bubbles here and there, but no, this is perfect. here they are, both of them. I think they look great and I cannot see any imperfections whatsoever. Okay, this is just the beginning. Let's make some more. Okay, so I want to make chocolate, same milk chocolate, but with peanuts. I know this is granola, but they look like peanuts. However, I don't want big pieces, so I think this will help kind of like strain some of it and just get the finer pieces, you know? So that way it's not like too big chunks and, you know, it's just not gonna look good. It's not gonna be, you know, up to scale or down to scale. So I'm gonna use one of these little cups, put that there, get this open and dump it all in there. All right, I think that should be enough, and it's exactly the size I want them to be. So the biggest problem here is if we add the nuts first, there's a chance that the resin might not actually, you know, go around them. So we need to add a really thin layer of resin here and there, and then add the nuts. Otherwise, I don't think it will work. So. Now I'm going to use a toothpick to kind of like move it around and make sure more or less like each square has the same amount. See, in the second one, I added a little bit more resin. Just want to play around with it and see which one looks better, you know? Okay, that's looking good so far. Now let's add our nuts. Actually, I think I better do this with my fingers. I think that's a good amount. Maybe a little bit more in this corner here, a little bit here, and a little bit there. There we go. I'm just going to use a toothpick to just push them down a little bit, just a little bit. Now we need to add the remaining resin. Let's pop those bubbles. And honestly, you can add more nuts here if you want to, so that, you know, it looks that it's a chocolate with nuts on both sides, but I don't care that much. I just want the other side to look really good. I think we should probably add a tad bit more resin. Okay, now the usual, hit it against the table. And I'm gonna use the same technique since it works so well. I'm gonna put it here and then hit it with the UV light from underneath first. Okay, let's see, what did we create here? Did it work or is it a fail? That didn't came out that easy. Oh my god. Look at that. It actually worked. That looks quite good. I hope you guys can see it on camera as good as I can see it here, but it looks delicious. There's really no visible bubbles. There's no imperfections. It looks perfect. Let's check out the other one. Oh my god, this one is also perfect. Look at that, you guys. Let me show you both of them. I think one of them has a little bit more nuts than the other. See, you can add all kinds of things. I think it just matters the order you add them in, and, you know, add a little bit of resin first, add these things a little bit at a time, let them sink, don't rush them too much. Then you can poke them with a toothpick then, but you just need to take your time. These look great. This is how they are compared to the regular one. Okay, what's next? What should we do next? Let's see. What kind of other chocolates are out there? Oh, I know. What if we do some cookies and cream? That's a very popular one too, right? I'm gonna use this vanilla, which we're gonna have to thin out because it's quite thick. So I have this resin that's clear, but it's quite thin. So we're gonna add a bunch of that because, again, this needs to be really runny. Otherwise, it's not gonna fill all those little nooks and crannies. And we don't want that because it's gonna ruin the whole thing. There's gonna be bubbles everywhere. So the more runny this is, the better. I think that's pretty good. Yep, that should do the job. Problem is I don't have a nozzle for this one, so I don't know how I'm gonna pour just a little bit. Just gonna try like this and then move it around with the toothpick maybe. A little bit in here. I really like the consistency. That's exactly what we need. Now for the fun part, moving it around a little bit at a time, nice and slow. Alrighty, I think that looks pretty good. There's a few more extra bubbles than before, and that's probably because while we were mixing, you know, the white resin with this thin resin, maybe we created some bubbles. But again, that technique with hitting it with the UV light from underneath, I think that will get rid of most of them. Let's move this over here for now. And you can laugh all you want, but for the cookie part, I'm actually gonna use Oreo because I can't find anything that's in the MiniVerse universe, so to speak, that looks like a crumble. And if this doesn't work, I guess I could use this, which is bird feed, and then just take the little pebbles that are black from there, just separate them. But maybe this will work. I don't know. Let's find out. First, we're gonna have to just get the biscuit part. Oh, come on. I don't want to break it. This is a tough cookie. There we go. You know what happens next. That's really good. I'm gonna have to scrape this. Actually, I think just this part over here might be enough. So, where's that thing? Here it is. We're gonna save this just in case. And then I'm gonna use the back of a marker to make sure that this is a nice fine consistency. Forget the marker, I ended up using my fingers. It was a lot more efficient and it produced better results in my opinion. It wasn't even as messy other than my fingers, but using the marker just made a big mess here. So yeah, don't do that. Learn from my mistakes. Just use your fingers. So now let's get our thingy here and drop some crumble in there. Well, not crumble, cookie, my bad. Okay, I think that should be good. So once again, using the toothpick technique, we're gonna push it down a little bit, just a little bit. What do you think about this? Did you ever imagine I'm gonna use actual edible stuff in conjunction with MiniVerse to create something? I definitely didn't think I'll ever do that, but here I am. All right, I think that looks good. Just want to clean these edges off a little bit. Even though it doesn't matter, we can clean it after we set our resin. So let's add the last layer of resin. I think that should be enough for one. Once it levels out, we can see if more is needed, but let's do a little bit at a time. Now, granted, this one might not level as good as the chocolate one did because it's kind of like our own concoction. We mix different resins, you know, so it might not work as well, but we can help it with a toothpick. I swear, when it comes to MiniVerse, toothpicks are the most perfect tools, like the most versatile tools. For some reason, a lot of the crumble just kind of like gathered towards the edges. Maybe because I poured the resin in the middle and then it just pushed it toward the edges. So I'm trying to move it around a little bit. Even though, like I said before, I don't care too much about this part, the back part, as long as the front part looks good. But still, that's a big chunk there. I don't think we need any more resin. I think I got in just enough. Yeah, I don't want to fiddle with it too much. I think this looks okay. Now, as usual, we're gonna place it on this. And then I'm gonna hit it with UV light. But before that, I'm gonna enjoy this. Okay, let's see. If this worked, it might just be one of the best things I ever created. Oh my god, it did work. Now, granted, it has a little bit too much cookie maybe, and I can see a couple bubbles there, but other than that, I mean, even the Wonka, the W is still there. Yeah, I think this is a win. I think it worked. What do you guys think? Let's check out the other one. Okay, this one looks kind of the same, I guess. It's a little bit too much crumble, right? I mean, cookie. Is it crumble? Cookie crumble. It's a little bit too much cookie crumble, maybe. I mean, this is kind of like how a cookies and cream bar looks like. It's just that maybe it's a little bit less cookie. I know, I keep saying the same thing over and over again. Look at that. Perfect. I'm guessing let's make one more and then that's it. We're gonna start packing some of them and see how they look. And then we can do the rest of the steps, like packing and all that. Okay, cool. So what should we make next? What if we use this pink glaze to make like a strawberry chocolate. I think that will work. I hope this is pink. By the looks of it, it is pink, but I haven't opened it, so let's find out. If not, I can use a different type of resin. I'm sure I gotta have some pink in there. This is kind of white. Let's check out a different one. Maybe this will work. This is from the Valentine's series. Oh yeah, that's good. That's perfect. Although I don't know if maybe it's too thick. I don't know. We'll see. So let's get a nozzle for this. I think it's runny enough. Maybe. Okay, we're definitely gonna have to use a toothpick. Make sure like it gets all the way in there. So I was thinking we can add more resin, and then I'm gonna show you in a bit what I want to do. And what I want to do is add some strawberries, since this is a strawberry chocolate. So I don't even know, can we fit two? Let's do one here, one over there. I guess I should have been more careful with the spacing because we can't fit 4 in a row, so now we gotta try to move these. Okay, something like that. You know what I really wish I had? That crumble from the red velvet from the Valentine's series. That would have been perfect for this. Well, here's an idea. Do you guys think that the sprinkles, the hard sprinkles from the Valentine's series would pass as like miniature strawberries or something? Let's try it out. I think this will be very interesting. Why are they all sticking to the tweezers? That's weird. We're going back to the good old toothpick. We're just gonna press these down a little bit. I think that should be good. I don't know honestly if we can add another layer of resin. I think this is pretty filled up, but maybe just a little bit here and there. All right, this should be more than enough. Just wanna make sure the strawberries are kind of covered a little bit, even if it's just a thin layer. All right, that's pretty good. And the oven it goes. All right, these are all cured. Let's see the final result. We're gonna start with this one with the strawberries. I mean, with the whole strawberries. Well, it's not whole, it's technically sliced strawberries. Oh, that doesn't look too bad. That looks pretty good actually. It's not what I imagined. I thought that the resin is translucent enough that we would be able to see the strawberries through the little thingies here too. But it still looks good. I mean, we can see strawberries through these thingies. Through the grid, I guess. Yeah, I'm pretty pleased. It's a nice bar of strawberry chocolate. Let's see how the other one turned out. Oh, nice. This is a lot nicer. This is what I imagined, seeing bits and pieces of strawberry here and there. This one here in the corner is pretty cool because one of the hearts aligned perfectly with the W. Everything else kind of looks like it's pieces of strawberry throughout the chocolate. So this is both of them, and I'm really curious, in your opinion, which one does it look better? Not from all of them, just between these two. If you were to go with a strawberry chocolate, which one do you think goes more towards looking like a strawberry chocolate? You know what I mean? So here they are, all the chocolates we made. Obviously you can make a lot more. There's so many possibilities, but right now I'm going to just clean the set a little bit and we're gonna get ready for packing. Okay, so I think first we should make this box. There were no instructions on how to make it, so I would guess it's pretty easy and self-explanatory. Right, we're gonna have to bend all these in. So I'm guessing these go in first, then this, and then this kind of goes inside there. Yep, okay. All right, that was easy enough. And then these we're gonna bend outwards. I don't like the fact that they're kind of like trying to go outwards because maybe I didn't bend them in well enough. I wish it was more flat. And I opened it. There we go, that's better. It's a little better. Okay, we're wasting too much time on this box. this is good. Next, let's get Oompa Loompa approved packing stuff. Okay, we need to fluff it up a little bit more. All right, that's pretty good. Let's put it to the side for now. Let's carefully open this foil and wrapping. Is it foil and paper, I guess? Let's see how many we get. 1, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so we get enough for 6 chocolates. We're probably not gonna pack all of them because I want to play around with, different variations. But let's do one with the golden ticket. I saw in the collector's guide, and I'm gonna show you in a bit. Initially, I thought the golden ticket was too large for the chocolate, but apparently you're supposed to wrap it sideways. So that technically means you're ruining your ticket. I mean, it's gonna be bent, but well, this is what it's for, right? I mean, let's do it. Let's just do it. I forgot to mention, you also get these little sticky dots, I guess. You can close that paper on your chocolate. All right, so 1 beautiful bar of chocolate milk, the golden ticket, which we're gonna put here like so, and wrap it around. Oh boy, this is gonna take a while. So it doesn't want to stay wrapped. It's not easily bendable. I think what we can do is that, and then just bend the corners. Yeah, I guess it won't stay. If I let it go, it won't stay. See? We're gonna keep pushing regardless. So now our foil goes here. I wonder if it's sideways or... Let's try one like this. Okay, something like that. It's not perfect, but it's not the worst thing ever. Maybe if we do that a little bit, make it look more realistic. Yeah, at least we got the golden ticket to stay in there, which is more than I would have hoped for. Oh, look, if we do this, it's like indents, so you can see that the golden ticket is in there. It kind of does look like a bar of chocolate, right? So now, apparently, we're supposed to grab our paper, which again, I'm guessing it's not gonna bend to our will. So we line it up nicely and fold, and then fold this one as well, kind of like that. So now technically here we would put that thingy, but I want to just make sure these corners are nice and they stay in place, you know? Oh, come on. The dots are not coming off. They're coming off with the paper as well. Am I doing something wrong? I'm not. Why won't these come off? Look, let me show you. Oh, there we go. Now it worked. Now that I want to show you, it works. There we go. Perfect. So this is one chocolate Wonka bar. It's like I can't say Wonka by itself unless I say Willy Wonka. I think I did a pretty good job for the first try, right? I mean, looks pretty good. So let's do this one next. The one with the nuts. It should be a little bit easier now that we had some practice, and also because we're not using the golden ticket for this, so it should be a lot easier. You just need to make sure you have something like this to lift up the foil, and then it's going to be a lot easier to wrap it. And then technically they say that you should bring these in a little bit, kind of like that. So you want it exactly like it's here on the right side. The left side is not that great. So do the same on the other side. See, this one is a lot better as an example, because then when you fold it in, it has those corners, you know, it has those lines like that. That's what you want. See, if I got this part right, this would have been perfect. Maybe I can do a little something. Let's see. Yeah, kind of worked, but not really. This is what you want. This is the perfect side. And then since it's foiled, you can press it down a little bit on it. And then this way it kind of takes the shape of the chocolate, you know? There we go. Nicely wrapped bar of chocolate. Now it's time for the paper wrapping. You line it like that nicely. And then you kind of pull it in tightly and squeeze. Make sure you hold that down, turn it around, pull it, push it over, and squeeze. It's like I'm doing physical therapy, or like it's like I'm an instructor in a yoga class or something. Look how cool that looks. Look how cool that looks. You can use the same word in one sentence, right? Let's see if this will come out. Nope. There we go. Oh, I thought I dropped it. It's so tiny. I know. My fingers look disgusting right now. It's been a long day and I've been working on this for a while. Moisturizer doesn't even help anymore. But look at that. The bar looks perfect, doesn't it? Looks a lot better than the other one, I think. They're kind of the same. So now let's do a nice presentation here. And then we can add these unwrapped ones as well. Maybe let's trim these a little bit. Well, my friends, this is my take on the ultra rare Wonka bars from the MiniVerse Easter series or Spring series, but it's Easter. Come on, let's face it. And with that, my friends, we have opened, built, and completed the MiniVerse Spring Series, or Easter series as I like to call it. If you're still here, thank you so much for watching all the way till the end. I really appreciate you. Please let me know in the comments which one is your favorite, and also let me know if you had any other ideas of how to make these different. I am always looking forward to reading everything you write and connecting with you over there. A big thank you to everyone that subscribed to this channel and to everyone that will subscribe after finishing this video. I think that's all I wanted to say, but I'm not 100% sure. Either way, as usual, you guys stay golden, keep on shining, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.